If you were to guess where I am right now, what would your guess be?
I saw one.
Yeah, I'm in the Badlands. Mr. Buckley, what are we doing?
We are having a leisurely overnight in Badlands National Park.
The dispersed camp, we have to do a backcountry registration, but you're allowed to do this while following a couple of rules, right?
Yeah, you can camp anywhere out here.
But what are the rules?
Quarter mile off trail, or at least not visible from the trail.
Okay.
No fires.
No fires, no open flames, except for like a canister stove.
Yeah, you can have a camp stove.
Yeah, no twig stoves, no campfires.
Other than that, that's about it. It's the Wild West, man. The Wild West.
If you've been following my channel for this last year, you know that 10 months ago, Janelle and I uprooted our lives, left our careers, and said goodbye to family and friends to take a job and live on the road full time. It was a big commitment and a big change. And that's scary, leaving the familiar for something that's fairly unknown. But I found that there are other people out there who chose to take that leap and do something different. Leave the normal grind, leave the familiar and the comfortable, even if they were unhappy, to do something different. And I'm surrounded by people who chose to do that. And I want to ask them why they chose to do that and how it's going. So if you're thinking about making a change, but you're scared, maybe these words will offer some comfort, some guidance, or at least give you a laugh or two.
I am Tim Buckley. Dozens of you may know me as Backpacking with Buckley on YouTube. Avid hiker, backpacker.
I am Janelle, Rob Pelton's better half lady friend.
Mike Gose, YouTube videos, mostly all it's from other backpackers, other YouTubers.
Okay, my name is Rob Pelton. Everyone here hopefully knows that. And you know me from YouTube, Instagram, just general celebrity status.
So I have been everything from a bartender to getting my degree in my 30s and spent most of that time while raising children and being a social worker. Yeah, social work and bartending, hand in hand.
I was an educator, and my path through that came to an end.
I was in the RV industry for the last decade, manufacturing on the floor, building RVs.
I was in sales for a long time, got sick of it, was really good at it, and then kind of changed to logistics and delivery and operations management for the last 5 years or so.
So now I am a retail supervisor at a lodge in the Badlands National Park, and I sell t-shirts for a living, which means that when I leave work at the end of the day, I don't spend a moment thinking about my t-shirt sales.
I am currently a Subaru Leave No Trace traveling team member, which is a dream job, and I get to travel around, be outside.
Now I'm a campground host. I live in the campground in the Badlands National Park.
Now I work for Leave No Trace. Janelle and I are actually one of 3 Subaru Leave No Trace traveling teams. So that means we get to travel the country, live and work out of our Subaru, and work with land management agencies like the National Park Service or U.S. Forest Service to help them and just the general public be more sustainable when they're enjoying nature, when they're outside having fun.
I think adversity, if you want honesty, My life has had a lot of ups and downs. I still appreciate my life deeply, and I just decided that I wanted to do what I love, which is being around nature, so I hit the road and started working for the national parks.
I left and uprooted because I needed a change for my mental health, and I knew education was no longer that path, but I'm grateful of that path because I learned a lot, but that pushed me into finding something, and this job just happened to appear at the perfect time.
The job itself paid ridiculously good money for hardly any hours at all, but it was physically just destroying my body. It was a lot of personal stuff that made me want to come out here. I wanted to do something easy because I had only done something hard for so long that doing something easy that I thought I'd enjoy is the way I wanted to go. So
I needed a change because where I was not as fulfilling as I really needed it to be. My connection with nature has started to grow, but my time and availability because of the job started to shrink, and that needed to change because it was kind of leaving a gap. And this job posting with Leave No Trace popped up. Janelle and I hopped on it, we got the job, and we haven't looked back since, and it's been amazing.
It is honestly a roller coaster, just like my life. It's petrifying and extremely exciting at the same time because there are moments where you don't know what's next for you. Things are awesome. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think I spent 9 weekends in a row backpacking this summer and probably did, 25 or 30 trips. I haven't added it up, but it feels like at least twice a month I'm out in the backcountry, and it resets everything I do.
It's awesome. We are going to sign for another year, and we're going to continue traveling the U.S., educating about the outdoors.
great, in a nutshell, it's great. I mean, lots of ups and downs. I mean, it's life. It's still life. I still have a 9 to 5, but my 9 to 5, when I look out the window, I see like some of the greatest views. I mean, the Badlands are amazing. I've met people that I'll never forget, and it's been great, the whole thing. I mean, I'll never forget it. I'm going to come back next year. I want to make this a thing. My address is South Dakota now.
Things are going amazingly well. We've had an exciting year. We were all over the East Coast and the Midwest, and now we get to end the year out west. And then we actually signed on for another season of being on the road, living full-time, so we're really stoked about that. But I'm just excited for the anticipation and the kind of the unknown, because every day is different, and it's kind of exciting to see what's going to come next. So there's just a couple of stories from some friends of mine, like I said, who chose to uproot and just do something different. And it's scary to do that because a lot of people, they're comfortable with the familiar, even if they're miserable. It's just the fear of the unknown is what keeps people grounded and stuck where they are. And I'm here to tell you, if you're willing to take that leap and try that thing and just do it and just jump into that pond, I have found personally that I'm a pretty good swimmer, and I've always been the better for it, but I mean, here's where I am now. The cool part about the Badlands, especially where we are, is the sunset that we're about to witness is going to be epic. And the Badlands is a designated dark sky as well, meaning there's very, very little light pollution, which means the astrophotography should be pretty good. So check out the sunset and check out some of these astrophotography. morning. It is 7:35. It got chilly last night. It got down to 47 degrees, a light breeze. I didn't hear any critters. You hear any critters?
Coyotes.
There were some coyotes. Yeah, but how'd you sleep?
I slept on the ground because there's lots of spiky, pointy things in the Badlands, and I have a hole in my air mattress and did not bring a patch. So all I had was a Band-Aid. Turns out that doesn't patch an air mattress well.
It's always such a good time hanging out in the Badlands, especially now since Buckley lives here, works here for now. He's got a little bit of a change coming up as well. But I want to encourage you, if you're thinking about uprooting and doing something new and it's scary, do your research. Hopefully you have some home support, but do it now, because things that end up on the one-day list stay on the one-day list. Put it on the to-do list and get it done. It certainly has worked out for me. It's worked out for Buckley.
Tear it off like a Band-Aid.
Exactly. But in the meantime, get outside, find your own adventure, enjoy this big, beautiful world, and be yourself. Be happy. Woo!
I haven't used that line in a long
I
time.
know. That's it.
That's a good one.
See you on the trail.
Bye.